Long before humans knew the meaning of the word home, they knew only the feeling of exposure. The world was vast, wild, and unforgiving, and early humans were small within it. They walked beneath open skies where the sun burned their skin by day and cold winds cut through their bodies by night. Rain soaked them without mercy, and storms roared with a power that made them feel invisible. There were no walls, no roofs, no doors to close against danger. The earth was their floor, the sky their ceiling, and survival their only purpose. They lived in constant motion, following animals, searching for fruits and roots, and sleeping wherever exhaustion forced them to stop. Rest was shallow, always alert, because danger never slept. In those early days, humans slept in the open, curled together like frightened animals. At night, the darkness brought fear. Strange sounds echoed from the forests, growls, howls, heavy footsteps. Eyes glowed from the shadows, watching. Fires helped, but fire alone could not stop the cold wind or the rain. Mothers held children tightly, trying to shield them with their own bodies. Elders shivered as their strength faded. Many did not wake when morning came. Slowly, painfully, humans began to understand that nature did not only provide food, it also tested endurance, and endurance alone was not enough. Among one wandering group lived a man named Karu, not remarkable for strength, but for memory. Karu remembered storms. He remembered nights when rain flooded the ground and cold stole the breath from sleeping children. He remembered hiding beneath thick trees during heavy rain and feeling for a moment less afraid. He noticed that caves offered protection from wind and predators. Others saw caves as lucky finds. Karu saw them as lessons. His mate Ina noticed something else. When they slept near rock walls or under low tree branches, the wind felt weaker. The cold did not bite as sharply. These small comforts planted quiet thoughts in their minds. One season, the rain came harder than ever before. For days, water fell from the sky without stopping. Rivers swelled and overflowed. The ground turned to mud, and the group struggled to stay dry. They huddled beneath trees, but the leaves could not stop the rain. Children cried endlessly. Fires went out. That was when they found a shallow cave carved into a rocky hillside. It was dark and damp, but inside the rain did not reach them. The wind did not scream. Predators could not sneak in easily. For the first time in many days, they slept deeply. That night changed something in the human mind. Safety, they realized, could be shaped by place. When the rain ended, they left the cave as they always did, but the memory stayed. Later, when they camped near cliffs, they chose spots closer to rock walls. When trees fell during storms, they noticed how the space beneath tangled branches stayed drier. Children crawled under broken trunks instinctively. Without words, humans were learning. Shelter was not an object yet, it was an idea. Protection could be created, not just found. As seasons passed, humans began to return to the same places again and again. Near rivers, under cliffs, beside forests. Familiar ground felt safer. Karu noticed that when branches were leaned against rocks, they blocked the wind. Ina began piling leaves over them. At first, it was only for one night, then two, then longer. Rainwater slid off the leaves instead of soaking them. The ground beneath stayed dry. People slept better. Fewer children fell sick. Fewer elders died in their sleep. No one celebrated. No one declared a discovery. But the human brain was changing. Fear was the greatest teacher. One night, a predator attacked their camp. Screams tore through the darkness. A child was dragged away before anyone could stop it. The group fled, terrified, and hid until sunrise. After that night, sleep was never peaceful again. They began choosing places where danger could be seen before it arrived. Openings were narrowed, fires were placed at entrances, branches were stalked to block paths. The idea grew stronger. If danger comes from outside, then humans must create an inside. Slowly, shelters became more intentional. Branches were not dropped randomly, they were placed. Stones were stacked, leaves were layered thickly, skins from hunted animals were stretched over frames of wood. These structures were crude and temporary, but they changed everything. Wind was weakened, rain was delayed, darkness felt less threatening when surrounded by familiar walls. Children slept longer, mothers rested, elders survived another winter. Time passed, measured not by years, but by survival. Humans noticed patterns. Shelters facing away from the wind stayed warmer. Raised sleeping areas stayed drier. Fires placed carefully did not burn walls. Each mistake taught a lesson. Each success was remembered. Knowledge passed not through language, but through watching and copying. Children grew up seeing shelters, and to them it felt natural. As humans stayed longer in one place, their shelters improved. Temporary protection slowly became semi-permanent. Heavy stones replaced weak branches. Mud and clay filled gaps. Roofs were sloped so rain could run off. Entrances were made smaller to keep warmth inside. These were not houses yet, but they were no longer accidents. They were designs shaped by experience. Shelters changed human behavior. People began to store tools inside. Fire was kept alive instead of remade each day. Food was protected from animals. Belongings appeared, simple objects that stayed in one place. With shelter came attachment. With attachment came the idea of ours. This was dangerous and powerful. Arguments began over space, but cooperation also grew. Building shelter required many hands. Communities formed stronger bonds. Cold climates pushed innovation further. In icy lands, humans dug into the earth. Underground shelters trapped heat. Animal skins lined walls. Snow became insulation. In hot regions, shelters were raised to allow air to flow beneath. Humans adopted not just to nature, but against it. The mind no longer accepted suffering as unavoidable. Comfort became something to seek. Over thousands of generations, shelters became homes. Fireplaces appeared, sleeping areas were separated, storage spaces were created. Art appeared on walls, handprints, symbols, memories. Shelter was no longer only about survival, it became about identity. Inside these walls, stories were told. Children learned who they were. The outside world was dangerous, but inside, humans felt something new, belonging. With farming came permanent houses, mud bricks, wood frames, stone foundations. Villages rose where shelters once stood. Walls grew thicker, roofs stronger. Doors appeared, and with them, privacy. The idea that began as fear of rain and predators became the foundation of civilization. Even today, every house carries the memory of those first shelters. Roofs protect us from the same rain. Walls guard us from the same cold. Doors separate safety from danger. When humans first leaned a branch against a rock, they did not know they were changing history. They only knew they were tired of suffering. The idea of shelter was not invented in a moment. It grew slowly, painfully through loss, fear, observation, and hope. It came from a mother shielding her child, from an elder shivering through the night, from a human mind daring to believe that nature's cruelty could be softened. Shelter with humanity's first promise to itself, that life could be protected, not just endured. And that promise still stands millions of years later, every time we close a door and feel safe inside.